Welcome to the Moodie View. This is Martin Moodie, and this edition comes to you from the Fashion Gallery, newly opened by Aelia Retail España here at Adolfo Suarez, Madrid, Barajas Airport. And the Fashion Gallery is Aelia, part of Alias Travel Retail, of course, only its second such outlet in the airport world, following the successful opening at Singapore Changi Terminal 2. We've just watched the ribbon cutting. In front of me, all around, you can see guests, dignitaries from the airport authority, AENA, plenty of people from the company, a lot of brands and media people such as myself. So I'm going to take you for a very quick walk through the store. I'll just take you around here. We'll have a look at some of the brands that are present. It's a very elegant store that mixes high-end luxury with more accessible luxury and fashion, and a good mix of international and local brands. So there's the branding, you can see it, the Fashion Gallery. So as we come in from the left, and of course you could enter from various points in the store depending where you are in the terminal, you'll see the lovely new look Bulgari boutique in all its splendor. And the openness of that boutique is reflected in all the others in this very impressive 1,000 square meter store. Mont Blanc, and to my left, Mont Blanc, as always, absolutely outstanding. Just look at how clean the lines are, how impressively the items such as watches and jewelry and writing instruments are displayed under glass. Tumi, one of my personal favorite brands because I use it a lot while on the road, looks very good here. I've seen some Tumi stores and shop-in-shops, because of the very nature of the product, I guess, can look cluttered. This doesn't. You'll see lots of space in there as we just pop in. It looks really good. Now, I'll just try and give you a general feel of the store before we take a look at the individual items. Down there in front of me, you'll see the black marble walkway which takes you through the store, differentiated from the creamy white marble of the individual boutiques. So around the perimeter of the store, where I'll take you in a moment, you'll see to the back a bunch of brands, high-end to medium to high-end brands, and they're sort of in the more center area. You'll see the cashier in front of me. You'll see a general watches area and some other brands that we'll come across in a moment. Rado, Tag Heuer, Longines, and several others just in front of me. And again, note how you can see right across the store. You'll see Boss in the distance, around to the left a little bit Lacoste, Michael Kors, and so on. Splendid sight lines. There's the lighting, like big enlarged tennis balls, I suppose. Gives a great effect. It's a very bright store. So let's go walk through. We'll take you around the perimeter first. Just work our way around some of the mingling guests. I think this is a very pretty store from Tus. Have a look at this. Lovely soft colors, sort of pink pastels at the back. And a nicely open range of leather, smaller accessories, jewelry, and so on. Time is a little bit against us, so we're going to move fast. Moving to high-end leather fashion. Accessories, we have Salvatore Ferragamo. They're very pleased with their look here, and I can see why. Again, very open, easy to shop, lots of space within the store, and beautifully ranged. Let's come around. There's plenty going on, I should say, to my right, but I'm going to have to bring you back to that. There's Emporio Armani. Adjacencies, very, very important here. Very difficult, I'd imagine, too, being the retailer responsible for getting all these brands here in one place. Very demanding the luxury and fashion brands can be, as we all know, and that certainly would have been the case here. But it's worked out well. The adjacencies are very good. Michael Kors, a brand that's just really so hot in travel retail at the moment. again, look at the lovely openness, brightness, clarity, I suppose, for want of a better word, of that store. Come down to another burgeoning brand and travel retail, doing very well in Asia. And Aelia have great hopes for it here. That's Max Mara, Weekend by Max Mara. Okay, staying with the walk around the perimeter. There you've got the typical colourful, vibrant look of Lacoste. Well-ranged men's and women's items from polo shirts to bag to shoes. Continuing down this nice, bright walkway, we'll then come to me, one of the great standouts of this fashion gallery, and that's Hugo Boss, one of the great names of men's fashion in particular, but not exclusively. There's some filming going on in there now, as you can see. Extensive store, very well ranged, and it just looks good. It always looks good. And Aelia are particularly delighted with this execution, as I'm sure Hugo Boss will be. Now we'll just move on here. Over to my right, you see one of the high-end watch brands. This is the first time, by the way, that Aelia has worked with the high-end watch brands in one of these stores. Omega, looking good. It's familiar light brown wood finishings and a highly exclusive high-end offer on show. Around to the left, closing out, but when you see the name, you'll see what I mean by last but certainly not least, and that's Burberry, the great UK fashion brand, English fashion brand, looking very, very good indeed. So this is its range of fashion, leather. What else can we find in there? Some accessories, scarves, some small leather accessories such as purses, and a small men's range over there. Aren't those bags just lovely? You'll see some belts, scarves, and so on. Alright, so that's taken you around most of the store. Let's quickly close out with what's in the middle of it. And as I said earlier, that's mainly dedicated to watches. Let's go and take a look at some of them. Firstly, I don't think I showed you the lovely Loewe boutique, just off to my left. A lot of space. Again, mirroring, echoing the words I said earlier. Elegant, well spaced, well ranged, clean, bright, excellent standard of execution here. So, this whole center area, I'll show you the walkway so you just get the context of it. And here we have Baume & Mercier. Very, very nice timepieces. And then we'll just walk you through. You'll see the space, you'll see the personalized service areas. You're selling high-end watches. These are a must. Hamilton makes its debut here. I was looking at some of these timepieces earlier on. They're very, very nice. American Spirit merged with Swiss Precision, of course, through its ownership. Now, we're, of course, in Spain, so it's important that we have Spanish brands as well as international brands. And there's one of the most famous, that's Rocca, and it's very nicely ranged and displayed here. A vibrant red. We'll just close in on some of those pearls there, while I give you the pearls of my own wisdom, or lack of. But I'm very impressed by this. I think they've got this just about bang on. It's not a daunting shop, it's not an overly imposing luxury shop. It exudes luxury, but it also exudes, I think, accessibility. Just come back out on the floor, on the main walkway, and then you'll see, of course, another great local name, Ladro, and a beautiful piece here of a Spanish matador. Very good indeed. One of my favourite, and indeed the travelling public's favourites in travel retail, Swarovski. Always brilliantly and cleanly displayed, sparkling as you'd expect this wonderful Austrian crystal company to do. Everything clear and brightly lit under glass. I'm sure Peter Zottel and his team will be delighted with what's happened here. Just take you around to close out. I hope I haven't missed anything. Past Swarovski and into Rado, another Swatch Group watch brand. Again, notice the open boutique style, similar to Tag Heuer behind it. And we'll just show you some of the lines under glass here. There you go. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is that's the fashion gallery here at Madrid Barajas Airport. Looking very good indeed. It's a classy execution. I think it's the right balance of brands, the right adjacencies, and all very well executed. A red letter day indeed for the airport and for Aelia Retail España. Martin Moodie closing off for the Moodie View from the Fashion Gallery.